Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Mania Mayhem. I'm your host, Mania. I know it's been a while. It's been forever. It's been forever. I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm back. And today, well, let's talk about WrestleMania and WrestleMania 41. It is in about, let's see what it is today. About a week and a half. It's about in a week and a half. So let's talk about WrestleMania. But before we talk about WrestleMania, I want to talk about one thing. I want to talk about John Cena turning heel. I don't think I talked about this yet. It's been 2 months now. It's been a month now. Let me talk about it. Because for those of you who don't know me, my favorite superstar of all time was John Cena. So let's talk about John Cena turning heel. John Cena turning heel was unexpected. It was very unexpected. I didn't expect him to turn heel, especially at Elimination Chamber. Him turning heel at Elimination at him turning heel at Elimination Chamber was unexpected. I did not expect that to happen. I didn't expect John Cena to turn heel at all. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't think John Cena is staying heel for the rest of the career. John Cena is not gonna retire as a heel. That wouldn't make any sense. He's one of the biggest baby faces in the company. So what you would do is you would have John Cena, turn heel. You have John Cena not turn heel, but you have John Cena. He's gonna turn face at the end of the year. So at the end of the year, he's gonna turn baby face. Yeah, I think he'll turn babyface around like SummerSlam. And then September, October, November, December. He has a 4 month babyface career where he ends the last 4 months of his retirement towards face. You can even have him do it after SummerSlam. You can even have him do it in September, then September to December. He can end it. That's what I think you should do. Yeah, but I think it's good for business. It's about time John Cena turned heel. Like John Cena's never turned heel, so you might as well have him turn heel now because he's never done it before. He's never been a heel, so now him being a heel makes perfect sense. Not only that, but you have him team up with The Rock and Travis Scott, two things that no one ever thought would have happened. Travis Scott in WWE. I don't even listen to Travis Scott, but Travis Scott in WWE, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts on John Cena turning heel. As a little kid, it upsets me because as a little kid, everybody likes John Cena's kids. Now he turned heel. It's like, oh my god, all these kids, like babyface. Oh my god, like right here. So that happened, and yeah. So I think what we're gonna do, I think is good for business. You have John Cena turn heel, wins his seventh. John Cena's gonna win his 17th world title, break the record. So like, if you have John Cena turn heel, so you're not gonna have John Cena turn heel and not have him win the title. That wouldn't make any sense. So John Cena has to win the title, 100%. So so you can break the record. Yeah, Jey Uso winning the Rumble was unexpected. I didn't expect that to happen either. Um, let's talk about. So before we get on with WrestleMania, let's talk about SmackDown on the upcoming SmackDown. So I don't know when this video is going to be posted, but as of this video, it is April 9th. On SmackDown, there's going to be a tag team gauntlet, I believe, and the winning team's going to fight Liv and Raquel at WrestleMania. So I don't know if this is all the teams here, but from what it says from what I found online, this is what it says. It says that I have monitors, by the way, so this is what I'm looking at. It says it's gonna be Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, Lyra Valkyrie and Bailey. Okay, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Okay. Beef Evan Meacham, Alba Fire and Piper Niven, and then Natalia and Maxine Dupree. I can see any one of these teams winning. Honestly, I can see any one of these 5 teams winning. I can see any one of these 6 teams winning. You can go any way. You can have Rana and Kaden, you can have Lyra and Bailey, you can have. But who I do think is gonna win, or my favorite, who do I want to win? I want. Who do I want to win? I want. What's it called? I want Bailey and Lyra Valkyria to win. Um, I think. I think Lyra and Bailey, because like they would be the biggest threat. IC champ, the women's IC champ, and a former women's champ. That's like your biggest threat right there. Right? That's who I think should win that match. And then at WrestleMania, I see it going either way. Now let's talk about WrestleMania itself, the grandest stage of them all. WrestleMania. Now, before we get on with the actual matches that are set to place, the actual matches to not be placed, let's say, right? So before we talk about the main matches right now, we're gonna talk about Randy Orton. So Kevin Owens was supposed to fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens unfortunately got injured, and now Randy Orton doesn't have an opponent. Then Randy Orton RKO'd Nick Aldis. Now I think you should put Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton. That would be a banger. As much as like that would be a banger match. No, and I know no one here can lie. That would be a banger match. Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton, a banger. It doesn't have to be for a title or anything. It could be a regular match. You know, Randy Orton RKO'd him. Nick Aldis could be like Nick Aldis could literally come out tonight, or if you want, he can announce it next Friday night, the night before SmackDown, or sorry, the night before WrestleMania. Be like, I'm challenging you, whatever, right? So yeah, I think they should do that. I think that's who should be Randy Orton's opponent. If they don't go Nick Aldis route, if they don't go the Nick Aldis route, I think it's gonna be one of two people. It's gonna be either Rusev, because apparently Rusev is rumored to come back, and so is Aleister Black. So I think it's gonna be one of those two people. One of those two will come back, and they were gonna be Randy Orton's surprise opponent. Now we got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40. Now, or sorry, WrestleMania 41. That's weird because, Seth Rollins fought Drew McIntyre last year in Mania. Drew McIntyre won the title, and then Priest cashed in on Drew McIntyre. So it's kind of weird because Priest, kind of cashed in on him. I don't know. I see it going either way. I can see Priest winning. I can see McIntyre winning. I can see it going either way. I'm gonna go with if I had to make a pick, if I had to make like a big pick, I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre is gonna win the whole thing. I think Drew McIntyre is gonna win. I think. Next match I have on here is El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. Now, El Grande Americano, a new luchador, definitely not Chad Gable. He is not Chad Gable. Okay, he's gonna be fighting Rey Mysterio. Why? And my question is if it's not Chad Gable, why does Chad Gable have a mask? Sorry, it's not Chad Gable. But regardless, like, kinda weird. Because I kind of want I think Rey Mysterio should still win because I don't know if you guys seen this podcast, but Rey Mysterio said he wants the last match against Dominic Mysterio. So I think Rey Mysterio should win this match, but I don't think Rey Mysterio is gonna win. I think Rey Mysterio is at that point in his career where he's gonna put over their talent. Oh my God, LA. Sorry guys, I was too busy. I have the Inter Miami game going on right now, so I apologize. I'm a multi-sport podcaster, but basically, it's gonna. Yeah, I think Rey Mysterio is the point. Rey Mysterio is at that point in his career where he's putting over younger talent. So I think Rey Mysterio is gonna lose, and El Grande Americano is gonna win. Now we have the IC Championship, Fatal 4-Way. With Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. Finn, I love you, bro, but I think Finn's getting the pin. I think Finn is taking the pin. Either Finn's gonna take the pin or Dominic's taking the pin. That's the only reason I can see these two in this match. It's the only reason I see these two guys in this match is one of them taking the pin. Now, can I see one of them pinning the other person? I can see that too. Now, would Braun Breaker lose here? I mean, I think you have Braun Breaker lose here. Now, here's what I think. Now, I'll get on to why I have Braun Breaker losing. Then get on to that. But I think Braun Breaker is going to lose. Now, do I think they should put on Penta? I don't know. You can put on whoever you want at the end of the day. Penta, Drew, or Penta, Finn, Dominic, any of these three guys, beautiful. They'll be great with the championship. But I think they're going to give it to Penta. Penta's on the hot streak, so I think they'll give it to Penta. Next, we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Come on, is that even a question? Jade Cargill is obviously going to win. Unless it's like, the only way I see Naomi winning is if it's heel tactics. If it's like heel tactics or something, I can see her winning. But I see Jade Cargill winning. Then Liv Morgan Raquel, obviously for the titles. It's going to be the titles versus, I believe, Bailey and Lyra, if that's the biggest threat to them. We got the U.S. Championship match. We got Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Now, it's weird. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. It's going to be weird because I don't know how LA Knight would beat Jacob Fatu. Because Jacob Fatu is like a monster. So I don't know how LA Knight would beat Jacob Fatu cleaner. So I don't know how this match is gonna go. But I love Jacob Fatu. I actually like Jacob Fatu. So I can see Jacob Fatu winning. I don't see I don't I don't know. Because Jacob Fatu is great. Mic work doesn't either work, but I see Jacob Fatu winning. I can see him winning. Do they give it to Jacob Fatu? I say you give it to Jacob Fatu. Next match. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Toss up either way. AJ Styles doesn't need the win. Logan Paul doesn't need the win. AJ Styles benefit, so could Logan Paul. So it can go either way. I can see this match going either way, in my opinion. So I can see it going either way. I can see it going AJ Styles or Logan Paul. Now at the end of the day, I feel like AJ Styles should win because at the end of the day, he's gonna be in WWE. He's gonna be there the longer term. Whereas Logan Paul, if he's only gonna be like the rumble, Logan Paul's at this point after having his kid. Logan Paul said that he's only gonna be in WWE not that much longer. So Logan Paul is gonna be at the point where he'll show up at the Rumble, till Mania, leave, come back for the Saudi shows, like so. Unless Logan Paul is gonna be sticking with WWE longer and like longer terms of month wise, like Hell in a Cell, SummerSlams, all those types of stuff. Logan Paul does not need the win. If Logan Paul was champion, I would say, yeah, sure, he can benefit from the championship and stuff. So Logan Paul does not need the win. Neither does AJ Styles, but I would rather give it to AJ because he's there a long time. Okay, now we're getting to the last 5 matches here, and these are banger matches. Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about what should be the main event on day one, night one. Now let's see triple threat. There's 2 triple threat matches on this fatal four. Okay, whatever. But I'm gonna talk about what should be main event on night one. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus your boy Seth frickin' Rollins. Now, for those of you who don't know, Seth Rollins is also one of my favorite superstars as well. I loved him when the Shield when he had like the split, like in the Shield when he had like the split black hair, split blonde hair. I like that. That was cool. Sucks that he got injured and he got rid of it, but it was cool. Seth, please bring that back. Now there's a lot of history. You know, Rollins and Punk. Rollins hates Punk. Punk, in a way, CM Punk technically he created the Shield because he told WWE like, hey, let's create this faction called the Shield. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, who's John Moxley now, and Castizono. He wanted Castizono. They said, "Nah, let's put Roman Reigns in." So in a way, CM Punk kind of created these two guys, and Roman Reigns is just Roman Reigns. Like Roman Reigns at this point is one of the greatest of all time. Roman Reigns is one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. So Roman Reigns does not need to win. Roman Reigns is at the point. Roman Reigns is at the point of his career where he's done everything. He can lose. He doesn't need to win. But who do I think is gonna win? Now we just found out last week on SmackDown that CM Punk's favor was for Paul Heyman, the wise man, to walk him down to the ring. So Roman Reigns doesn't even have the wise man with him, which is weird. Like this is you're gonna use your favor on that, Punk? Really? Like, Punk? That's gonna be your favor. You're gonna want Paul Heyman to walk with you. But at the end of the day, I think CM Punk's gonna win. As much as I love Seth Rollins, I think Seth Rollins is taking the pin. I think the reason why they did this kind of feud in a way is because Seth hates Roman. Roman hates Rollins. Punk hates Rollins. Rollins hates both of them. Punk hates Rollins and Roman. Roman hates both. It's like a hatred of triangle. They all hate each other. But I think Rollins is taking the pin. I think Rollins is the type of guy where it's a triple threat match, a fatal four way. Rollins is taking the pin. That's the only reason why I think Rollins is even in this match is to take the pin, which sucks because Rollins is a great guy. He's like a great character, great on the mic. So hopefully Rollins losing his doesn't put a derail in his career. That's another thing. Seth Rollins can lose, and his career will just still, he can still go back to being that main event guy that he always is. So yeah, Seth Rollins losing, like I think Seth Rollins is gonna lose, but I think Seth Rollins taking the pin from Punk. That way, Roman Reigns still looks strong, and Roman Reigns can still get the rematch. I think Roman Reigns is gonna go for that rematch that he never got. Remember, Roman Reigns never got his rematch. Next match. This is arguably an event. This should be the main event for night 2, but I can argue if it's the opener. I wouldn't be bad if it's the opener as well. You have the Women's World Championship. You have Io Sky, the champion. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Triple threat match. I mean, Io just won the title just right after Elimination Chamber. Bianca won the Chamber to fight for the championship. And then Rhea Ripley's a former champ. I could see this going either way. Honestly, any 3 of these women deserve the championship. They're all great. If I had to choose, I would go with Bianca. Just because Bianca hasn't held the world championship in like it seems like forever. I think the last time she held it was when she lost to Becky at SummerSlam. Wow, that was the last time she had it, I think. It was 2021. So it's been 3 years since Bianca's had the title. So I think Bianca's gonna win the title. Or I think she's taking the pin. I think Bianca's either gonna win the title or she's taking the pin. My question is, if Bianca was to pin, who would she be pinning? I think you have Bianca pin Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley and Bianca, they've wanted a feud for a long time against each other, but they haven't had the opportunity to feud against each other. So now they have the opportunity to feud against each other. They can now fight against each other, which is good. They have this nice opportunity to feud and fight and have a rivalry that they've. Or what I think they would do, and this doesn't mean just Bianca Belair loses, Rhea Ripley wins, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky go one more time. Bianca Belair fights Naomi. If Naomi wins in a dirty way, not clean, if Naomi doesn't win clean, she beats Jade Cargill with like a chair shot or something, I think Bianca Belair will fight Naomi. Whether it's for the championship or not, I think that's Bianca Belair's next rivalry is going to be her versus Naomi. And then maybe they'll have Jade Cargill somehow in there. So I think those three will be in a feud soon. So I can see it either way, right? That's how I think it's going to work. Let's talk about the WWE Women's Championship. I want to save the two men's championship matches for last. You have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. You have arguably the two, like, arguably one of the greatest and one of the future greatest. You have Charlotte and then you have Tiffany. Now, in life, as a wrestling fan, we all know there's three things guaranteed: death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning championships. That's hey. We all know Charlotte Flair wins championships. Now, do I think Charlotte Flair is going to win the championship here? Yes, I do. Does she need the win? No. Charlotte Flair does not need the championship win. I don't think Charlotte Flair should win the championship. She's already won so much. Charlotte Flair has already won. Charlotte Flair is also like the Roman Reigns here. She's done so much with the company where if she loses, it's not no one's gonna say anything if Charlotte Flair loses. But I think if Charlotte Flair wins, Tiffany should get a rematch, and Tiffany should win it back. But I could see, I don't think Charlotte should win though. I still want it to be Tiffy time. I still want it to be Tiffy time. I think Tiffany should retain, and she can go on. Yeah, I think Tiffany should retain, continue her run as champion because I love Tiffany, the champion. I think it's the era of the Tiffy. It's the new I guess she calls herself Barbie. I'm off with this Barbie. Give me Tiffany. Yeah, I think Tiffany should win. So yeah, I think give it to Tiffany. Tiffany should win. Now let's talk about the World Heavyweight Championship. We got the champ Gunther. This is Jey Uso. Hold on, wait, give me a second. I just wanted to do that. Yeah, got my Jey Uso glasses. I'm gonna be supporting Jey Uso. Now, here's the thing. Jey Uso, I don't know. This match is kind of iffy because Gunther's a champ. He's strong. Gunther loses, where does he go? And before I get onto that, let me tell you why I think Braun Breaker should lose the championship. So I think Braun Breaker's going to lose the championship here, the IC championship, and then he's going to get called up to the world, or to the WWE, for the World Heavyweight Championship, and he's going to be feuding with Jey Uso. That's what I think they're going to do. Or they can have Gunther versus Braun Breaker. Gunther versus Braun Breaker is a banger. That would be a banger match, a banger rivalry. But here's what I'm thinking. You had Jey Uso lose to Gunther like 3 times, and I think the fourth time was Saturday night's main event before the Rumble. And then you have Jey Uso win the Rumble and challenge Gunther. So Jey Uso kind of has to win here. Like Jey Uso kind of has to win because him winning the Rumble and losing to Gunther wouldn't make any sense. Plus Tiffany Stratton fighting Charlotte. I think Jey Uso is gonna lose, but I think Jey Uso should win because there's no point in having Jey Uso win the title or win the Rumble challenge and then not win because he's already fought Gunther like 4 times. Now, where does Gunther go? Now, here's another question: where does Gunther go if he loses? Because Gunther could win. Let's say Gunther wins. Let's talk about hypotheticals. Gunther wins. Okay, Gunther wins. Where can Jey Uso go? Jey Uso can go back to being one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time with his brother Jimmy. Now Jimmy is injured, so Jey Uso would still be a one-on-one guy, whatever, right? But regardless, Jey Uso can still go on to being one of the best tag team performers. Gunther loses. Where does Gunther go? Like, where is Gunther gonna go? Does Gunther go SmackDown and fight for the Undisputed Championship? I would love to see that. I think Gunther's gonna go there. That's the thing with Gunther. I don't know where Gunther would go from here. So yeah, I think my prediction, Jey Uso. It might change. We'll see. We might be streaming WrestleMania on the YouTube or something. So yeah, if you don't follow me on YouTube, subscribe. So we're gonna be streaming WrestleMania probably. Now let's talk about the undisputed WWE Championship match: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Cody Rhodes is the champion. John Cena just turned heel. Like the most talked about moment. Cena was talking heel turn. Cena won the Chamber and his record-breaking 17th world title. I think Cena should win 100%. Oh, I think that is okay. So that is the main event for night 2. I think Cena should 100%. I think Cena 100% should. Oh, sorry, I'm double checking. So Rollins, Punk, and Roman is the night 1 main event, and then Cena and Cody. Okay, but I think Cena should win. Cena Cena needs to break the record at WrestleMania. You want to make WrestleMania the if you want to make WrestleMania the biggest if you want to make WrestleMania the biggest moments in history, or you want WrestleMania to like keep going and make it people come watch it every year, you gotta have Cena break the record. Because Cena either has to break the record at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam. But I think he should break it at WrestleMania, and then he gets cashed in on at SummerSlam, and that's when he turns babyface. But I think 100%. I think that John Cena. I think John Cena has to win the championship here. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the championship. No, here's how I think John Cena's gonna win it. I don't think he's gonna beat Cody Rhodes clean. I think there's gonna be outside interference from The Rock and Travis Scott. I think they're gonna interfere a little bit, and they're gonna help. I think they're gonna help John Cena win. I think that's what John Cena's gonna win his 17th title. Do I like how he's gonna win? No, but is that how he is gonna win? I think so. He's heel. He's a part of The Rock and Travis Scott's little faction there. That's the only thing that makes sense. Now, if Cody Rhodes wins, Cody Rhodes somehow manages to beat John Cena at WrestleMania, I think his next challenger should be Randy Orton. I think that Cena, Rock, and Travis Scott are gonna get Randy Orton to join forces with them, and Randy Orton joins them, and he goes against Cody Rhodes. But I think John Cena should win. It's the only right move here. There's no no's and ifs and buts about it. John Cena is gonna win the 17th world title, 100%. And yeah, Ray Phoenix is in WWE now, so I don't know what you do with Ray Phoenix here. I don't know if you want Ray Phoenix a part of at WrestleMania. I don't know what you're gonna do here. Do you want him a part of it? I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. Do we get Ray Phoenix a part of WrestleMania somehow? Maybe he can fight Randy Orton. I'd be okay with any of those four, right? But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the video for me, guys. That's gonna be the it of my WrestleMania. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here because I don't wanna. Just wanna make sure I didn't miss anything. Who's hosting WrestleMania this year? Do we know who's hosting it? This is the Miz again. Is Miz hosting it again? Please don't have the Miz host it again. Oh yeah, let me talk about the roast to WrestleMania. So there's a roast to WrestleMania now. So apparently at WrestleMania there's a host. So they're having a roast apparently. So now they're doing the roast of WrestleMania. That's cool. I actually kind of like that. That's kind of like a clever idea. Like a roast of WrestleMania. I kind of want to see that. I'm more excited for that than actual WrestleMania itself. That'd be pretty cool. What are they gonna do? I have no idea what they're gonna do for the roast of WrestleMania. But it's gonna be cool. Yeah, thanks for checking out the podcast, guys. Stay tuned. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about WrestleMania. Let me know what your guys' predictions are. And yeah, if you want, yeah, subscribe, like this video. Let me know what you think about WrestleMania. And we are gonna be making a WrestleMania reaction video. The reaction videos are coming out more. There's more coming out. We're just working on them. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, Mania. And I'm out. Peace. Thanks for watching.